Hi, this is Janak Reddy Dubaka. Now we are going to discuss one important topic, that is transistors or BJT. BJT means bipolar junction transistor. Bipolar junction transistor. Here, the transistor is invented by a group of scientists, John Wardin, W. Brodin, and William Shockley in 1947 December. These are the group of scientists invented the transistor. This transistor is known as BJT, that is bipolar junction transistor, in 1947. And this is the first model of transistor. See here, in in electrical circuits, these vacuum tubes are now displaced by the transistors. This means you are using, in place of this large sized vacuum tubes, now we are using the small sized transistors. In this transistor there are three terminals. Here is the three terminals. This is nothing but BJT, bipolar junction transistor. Bipolar junction transistors. Bipolar means here electrons and holes are the majority charge carriers. Means conduction carriers are electrons and holes. J means junction. In this transistor there are two types of junction. One is J1 and another is J2. And third one is transistor. Trans plus resistor means here transfer of resistor. This is about BJT or junction transistors. Here junction transistor. A transistor has three doped regions forming two PN junctions between them. Accordingly, there are two types of junction transistors. One is P-type P-type PNP transistor. Another one is NPN transistor. So here this is PNP transistor, and this one is NPN transistor. These are the block diagrams of transistor, and these are circuit diagrams for transistor. In a transistor there are two junctions. This is a junction J1, here is junction J2, here also junction J1, junction J2. In this transistor there are three parts. Here it is emitter, base and collector. Here emitter is highly doped and base is lightly doped and collector is moderately doped. But when you compare the size of these three sections, so collector is having maximum size and base is minimum size and emitter is moderate in size. Therefore, this is emitter, base, collector. Here also emitter, base, collector. Emitter is highly doped, base is lightly doped and the collector is moderately doped. Here collector is large in size, base is small in size and the emitter is moderate in size. So here this is the circuit symbol for PNP transistor and this is the circuit symbol for NPN transistor. So here the difference is in these two, direction of current. If any transistor is given, here we have to indicate the direction of current on emitter from P side to N side. See here P to N. Here current direction is from emitter to base. Here also P to N, base to emitter. If the current direction is emitter to base, that is PNP transistor. If the current direction is from base to emitter, and this is NPN transistor. Therefore, in transistor there are three sections. One is emitter, base another one is collector. This segment of transistor is of moderate size and heavily doped. It supplies large number of majority charge carriers for the current flow through transistor. Another one base. This is the central segment. It is very thin and lightly doped as it controls the passage of the charge carriers from emitter to collector so that not more than 5% recombination takes place at its base and majority charge carriers move towards the collector junction. This we can deeply study it in the working of transistor. Next one, collector. This segment collects the major position of the majority charge carriers supplied by the emitter. For this purpose, collector side is moderately doped and large in size compared to emitter. See here, one important point. Because of the differing size and the amount of doping, the emitter and collector cannot be interchanged. Therefore, emitter is always towards left side and collector is always towards right side. Therefore, here emitter and collector cannot be interchanged. Here transistors can be used in two ways. One is a transistor as amplifier, another one is a transistor as a switch. These are the applications of uses of transistors. Here regions of operations. In PNP transistor or NPN transistor, first junction is J1 and the second junction is J2. See here, emitter and base junction J1, base and collector junction J2. Here also emitter and base junction J1, base and collector junction J2. See here, if J1 is in forward bias and J2 is in reverse bias, this region of operation is known as active. When transistor is operated in active region or active mode, it is used as an amplifier. If J1 is in forward bias, junction J2 is in reverse bias, this region is known as nothing but saturation region. When transistor is operated in saturated region, it has a switch in on state. Switch in on state. If J1 is in reverse bias, J2 also in reverse bias, this region is nothing but cutoff region. If the transistor is operated in cutoff region, it acts as a switch of closed state or off state. Therefore, here there are three regions: active region, saturation region, cutoff region. Therefore, here amplifier is used in when the transistor is connected in active region. In this saturation cutoff region, transistor used as a switch. Therefore, in saturation region on state and cutoff region off state. This is about regions of operation. See here, action of a transistor, that is nothing but working. See here, this is PNP transistor and this one is NPN transistor. Here this PNP transistor, this emitter and this one is base. This is nothing but input junction and these two are output junction. Therefore, emitter base junction is connected in forward bias. Therefore, here P is connected to plus and N is connected to negative. And base and collector junctions are connected in reverse bias. Therefore, this is in active mode. In this case, P having majority charge carriers of holes. Therefore, holes having positive charge, these holes are repelled by the positive terminal and reaches into base region. Therefore, your majority charge carriers are holes. These holes are repelled by the positive terminal and reaches to base region. In this base, here it is a lightly doped, means charge carriers are very, very less. In this n-type semiconductor, there are less number of electrons. Therefore, some of the holes from P side when it reaches to base region, here some of the holes are recombined with the electrons and neutralized, and the remaining holes are enter into collector region. But this collector region is connected to the negative terminal, therefore these holes are attracted with this negative terminal. Like this charge flows in a p-type semiconductor. Therefore here the current direction, this is IE, where this is current due to emitter, means charge carriers in the p-type semiconductor. This is current due to current at the collector, and this is current at the base. Therefore IE, IC, IB. Therefore here according to Kirchhoff law, IE is equal to IB plus IC. And the same as in NPN transistor, here any transistor input junction is in forward bias and output circuit is in reverse bias. See, here n-type semiconductor, N is connected to negative terminal, P is connected to positive terminal, this is in forward bias. See, here N is connected to positive terminal and P is connected to negative terminal, this is in reverse bias. Here also n-type semiconductor, this is emitter. In emitter, majority charge carriers are electrons. These electrons are repelled by the negative terminal and sweeps into base region, but base is lightly doped. Here majority electrons, from that majority electrons, some of the electrons are recombined with the holes in the base region and the remaining electrons are sweeps into collector region, and these electrons are collected by this positive terminal of the battery. Therefore main difference is, this is the internal circuit and this one is external circuit. Here current conduction in p-type semiconductor, internal circuit holes, in external circuit electrons. But in this NPN transistor, internal circuit also electrons, external circuit also electrons. Here also this is the direction of current, this is IE and this is IC. Here also IE is equal to IC plus IB. This is the current directions, emitter current, collector current and base current. This is the working of transistor. See here. Under the forward bias, the majority charge carriers, means electrons in NPN transistor, holes in PNP transistor, in emitter enter the base region in large numbers. The base is in thin and lightly doped. Most of majority charge carriers entering it pass on to the collector as it is reverse biased. A few of them recombine with the minority at the base as shown in the figure. It is interesting to note that due to forward bias, large current enters the emitter base junction, but most of it is diverted to adjacent reverse biased base collector junction, and the current coming out of the base becomes very small fraction of the current that entered the junction, that is due to minority charge carriers. The current entering into the emitter from outside is equal to emitter current. Similarly, the current entering from the base is base current IB, here is IE, and collector current IC. According to Kirchhoff law, IB is equal to IE is equal to IC plus IB. It's a very important relation. See here. In NPN transistor, here I am taking, in emitter region, for example, there are n number of electrons. In that n number of electrons, 1 minus alpha into n electrons are recombined and the remaining n alpha electrons are reaches to collector region. Therefore, in this case, IC is equal to alpha into IE. Here, IC is equal to alpha into IE into ICO. Here ICO is nothing but reverse saturation current or leakage current. This is due to, in a collector, this is n-type semiconductor. Here minority charge carriers are holes. These holes are moving towards left. But in base region, minority charge carriers are electrons. These electrons are moving in this direction and holes are towards right, electrons are towards left. Due to recombination of this one, there is a leakage current, that is nothing but ICO, reverse saturation current. It is equation number 1, and the second equation, IE is equal to IB plus IC. So these are the two important equations. IC is equal to alpha into IE plus ICO. Here ICO is nothing but reverse saturation current or leakage current. This is due to, in collector region, minority charge carriers are holes that holes are moving towards base. In the base region, minority charge carriers are electrons. These electrons move towards right, and electrons and holes recombining. This recombination due to there is a leakage current ICO. See here, in active mode, J1 is in forward bias, J2 is in reverse bias. Therefore, forward bias is low resistance connection. For ideal transistor, resistance is 0. Reverse bias, ideal one, resistance is infinity. See here, this is input circuit. In input circuit, this is a current, this is the internal resistance, and this is the output circuit. This is our external resistance, this is nothing but load resistance. Here R is very much greater than small r. Why? Because here this is input circuit and this one is output circuit. There is the input voltage, output voltage. Therefore, same current is passing to input circuit and output circuit. Here input voltage is equal to current into resistance. Here output voltage is equal to current into resistance. In both I is constant, but R very much greater than R. Therefore, output potential is greater than input potential. Means here in input circuit, if the potential is given, small amount of potential is given, we can get a large amount of potential collected from the output circuit. This is the reason we are using transistor as a amplifier. Here amplifiers are different types. Current amplifier. Here voltage is increased. This is nothing but voltage amplifier. If the power is increased, that is nothing but a power amplifier. Therefore, here transistor act as a amplifier and switch. This is the reason transistor act as a amplifier. Next, here configuration of transistors means the transistor can be connected in three different modes. One is common emitter configuration, common base configuration, common collector configuration. These are the three types of configuration, but in majority electrical circuit we are using common emitter configuration, but common collector configuration is not under our syllabus. Therefore, common emitter and common base. Now we can see common base configuration. So here in common base configuration, this is the transistor, NPN transistor, emitter, base, collector. Here the arrow mark is base to emitter, this is nothing but NPN transistor. Here it is input circuit, output circuit. For input circuit and output circuit, base is common. Therefore, this is nothing but common base configuration. Therefore, for this input circuit, here this is a biasing battery. This is VEE or VBB. RE or RB is the resistance in input circuit, or RE, R1. This is input circuit. Here is emitter and base. In between emitter and base, there is a potential difference VBE. Therefore, potential difference VBE. You have to represent VBE, not VEB. This representation is wrong. This one is correct. Why? Because here this VBE, why? Because base is connected to positive terminal, therefore high potential. Here I have to write down high potential before the low potential. Therefore, base is at high potential, emitter is at low potential, therefore VBE is correct. There is a potential difference between base and emitter, that is VBE. And this is a biasing battery in output circuit, this is nothing but VCC. The potential difference between collector and base, that is VCE, therefore VCB. Here also C is in first letter. Why? Because C is connected to positive terminal, high potential, low potential. This is VCB. And here is the current direction IE. This is IC and this one is IV. This is common base configuration. See, in common base configuration, IC is equal to alpha into IE plus here common base operation, common base in this leakage current ICBO, alpha into IE. Here IE is very much greater than the leakage current. Therefore, this term can be neglected. When this term can be neglected, IC is equal to alpha into IE. Therefore, IC is equal to alpha into IE. Alpha is equal to IC by IE. Is very very important. This alpha is nothing but common base current gain or amplification factor. Common base current gain or amplification factor alpha is equal to IC by IE. This is for direct current. For DC signals, alpha is equal to IC by IE. Here alpha value is in between 0.95 to 0.98. This is less than 1, means 95% to 90, means emitter current is collector current. 95% of the emitter current is collector current, means only 5% of 2% is recombination in base region. Recombination of 2% of charge carriers is recombined in base region. Therefore, 98% of the collector current, base current is collector current. If 5% of the charge carriers are recombined in base region, this 95% of the emitter current is nothing but collector current. And this one is another relation, IB is equal to 1 minus alpha into IE. See, here are the three important formulas. One is alpha is equal to IC by IE, and another one is IB is equal to 1 minus alpha into IE. Another one, IE is equal to IB plus IC in any configuration. IE is equal to IB plus ICE. Therefore, and this is for common base configuration. These are the important formulas in common base configuration. See here, common base configuration, alpha is equal to IC by IE. This is for DC, and alpha is equal to delta IC by IC, and this is for AC signals, and this is for DC signals. Why? Because AC signals are changing. This is nothing but change in collector current, change in emitter current. So, a change in collector current is more than see here, emitter current is more than collector current. Therefore, alpha is less than 1. Its value is 0.95 to 0.9. This means there is no current gain in common base configuration. This is one important factor for limited use of transistor in common base. So, I already explained in common configuration, common base, common emitter, common collector. So, most of the circuits, common emitter circuit is used. But why here alpha is less than 1, means here no current gain in common base configuration. Means if input current is if current is given to input circuit, there we can get less current, whereas it is given to the input circuit collected from the output circuit. Therefore, this is the reason common base configuration is not used in for amplification. For amplification, we are use only common emitter configuration. This is about common base configuration. Next one is common emitter configuration. So, this is a block diagram and this is circuit diagram. Here also circuit symbol. This is P2N, PNP transistor, and see here biasing battery input circuit, biasing battery output circuit. See here, input circuit and output circuit, emitter is common. Therefore, this is nothing but common emitter configuration. See here, in input circuit, potential difference between base and emitter is VBE, and base and collector is VCE. This is common emitter configuration. See here, important thing. If base voltage VBE is increased by a small amount, both IB and IC will increase. Hence, we define term called amplification factor beta. This is defined as a ratio of change in collector current to change in base current. Here, amplification factor beta is equal to delta IC by delta IB. Alpha is equal to delta IC by delta IE. This is amplification current gain. This one is a current gain. See, This is the current gain in common emitter configuration. This is the current gain in common base configuration. Here alpha is less than 1. Here beta is very much greater than alpha and its value is around 20 to 200. Therefore, delta IC by delta IB or beta is equal to IC by IB. This is for DC circuits. DC circuits. Here beta is a larger positive number. There is a large current gain. This is one of the reason why common emitter configuration is more used more frequently. Therefore, if less current is given, means here current in base input circuit is IB and the collector current is IC. In the output circuit is IC. Therefore, IC is equal to beta into IB. IC is equal to beta into IB. If IB is very much less, means less current is given to input circuit, beta times IC increases beta times. Therefore, here we can get the larger current in collector current. This is the reason it is used for a current amplification for current amplifier. Therefore, this one of the reason why common emitter configuration is more frequently for common emitter amplifier, but here transistor is connected in common emitter configuration. Therefore, in common base current gain alpha and common emitter current gain beta. Here delta IC by IE, here delta IC by IB, and alpha is less than 1. Here beta is very much greater than alpha. It is around 20 to 200 or 20 to 500 like this. And there is a relation between alpha and beta. Alpha is equal to beta by beta plus 1 and beta is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha. This is common emitter configuration. In this common emitter configuration, so we have to learn about input characteristics. Input characteristics. Input characteristics means here common emitter current is input circuit current. Characteristics means if you draw the graph between potential and current. But your potential in input circuit is VBE and the current is IB. If the graph is drawn between input voltage and input current, when output potential is constant, that is nothing but input characteristics. Here the input characteristic is like this. This is VBE and IB. It is just like a PN junction diode in forward bias. And these are the graphs drawn for when VCE for different values. So here when VCE 20 volts, 10 volts, 1 volt. As VCE decreases, IB increases. As VCE decreases, IB increases. This is input characteristics of PN junction diode. Therefore, for input characteristics, here is the input resistance. Resistance is equal to potential by current. Therefore, input potential is change in input potential delta VBE. Input current is delta IB, but potential of output circuit is constant. This is nothing but input resistance or input characteristics. Next one, output characteristics. Output characteristics means the graph between output potential and output current. Here output potential is VCE and output current is ICE. The graph is like this. In this graph, there are three different regions. See, this is one region, and this is another region, and this one is another region. This region is nothing but active region, and this region is nothing but cutoff region, and this region is nothing but saturation region. So here active region means both the junction, input junction and output junction, one is forward bias, another one is reverse bias. Cutoff junction is active means one is forward bias, another one is reverse. Cutoff region means both are reverse bias. Saturation region means both are forward bias. This is saturation region and this one is active region. Here is cutoff region. So in active region, in this active region, as IB increases, IC increases means beta into beta times IB. Therefore, in input circuit, small current is given. We can get the large current in output circuit. And here the slope of this curve is not straight, not like this. Therefore, here slope is not 0. Therefore, IC depends on VCE. Therefore, here IC not only depends on IB, it also depends on VC. This is an active region. See, in cutoff region, this is IB. IB is equal to 0. IC, see here, IC is a small value but does not equal to 0. In this cutoff region, IB is equal to 0 but IC does not equal to 0. In this cutoff region, here amplifier used as a switch in off state. This is saturation region. Here is the saturation region. Saturation region, as IB increases, IC also increases. As IB increases, IC also increases. This is about output characteristics. The main important thing in output characteristics is there are three regions. This region is active region, and this region is saturation region, and this region is cutoff region. In active region, as IB increases, IC also increases. Slope is not 0, therefore IC depends on VCE. This is about active region. But in saturation region, as IB increases, IC also increases. As IB increases, IC also increases. In cutoff region, even IB is equal to 0, there is IC. Therefore, IB is equal to 0, IC does not equal to 0. This is about output characteristics. Here output resistance RO is equal to delta VCE by delta ICE, means output potential by output current when input current is taken as constant. This is output resistance. Next. Here transistor used as a amplifier. Transistor used as a amplifier. See here. This is NPN transistor connected in common emitter configuration. This is the input signal. Here biasing battery VBB. Here is the biasing battery VCC. Emitter is common to both input and output. VB is the potential difference between B and E. VC is the potential difference E and C. And these are the current directions IC, IB, IC and IE. And this is the load resistance. Load resistance. Here, small change in input signal, there is a large change in IE due to low input resistance. Here, input resistance, input circuit is a low resistance connection. That is, transistor means transfer of resistor. Here, signal can be transferred from low resistance to high resistance. If there is a small change in input signal, there is a large change in emitter current due to low resistance. Small change in emitter current, there is a large change in collector current due to transistor action. Means transistor action means all IC is equal to beta into I. For small change in input signal, there is a large change in collector current. But small change in collector current, there is a large change in collector. Therefore, here is a large change. Here is more than this one IC. Therefore, for input signal, if we given small current, we can collect the large current in collector current. This is the amplifier. Transistor act as a amplifier. See here. Input voltage, that is VBE. VBE nothing but VBB minus IB RB. So here input voltage is VBB. When this resistor is not there, this is VBE or VBB. This VBB is nothing but, here is one resistor is not given, this resistor. Therefore, input potential is equal to VBE minus potential drop across this resistor. This is RB into IB. And here is the output potential. Output potential is nothing but VCC minus ICRC. This output potential will be taken as VCE. Therefore, these are input potential VBE, output potential VCE. This is VBB minus IBRB. Here VCC minus ICRC. This is input potential and output potential. Here transistor is an amplifier. There are different types of amplifiers. One is current amplifier, voltage amplifier, power amplifier. See, current amplifier means current gain. Current gain beta is equal to IC by IB. This is for DC. And beta is equal to delta IC by delta IB. This is for AC current gain. And next one, voltage gain. Voltage gain means this is denoted as AV, output voltage by input voltage. Potential, output potential by input potential is nothing but current into resistance. Therefore, in output potential, current is delta ICE, output resistance is load resistance RL, input current delta IB, this is RI input resistance. Therefore, AV is equal to delta IC by delta IB is nothing but beta. Therefore, RL by RI, this is nothing but voltage gain. Voltage gain AV is equal to beta into RL by RI. And power gain, this is a power amplifier. Power gain AP is equal to output power by input power. Power P is equal to I square by R. In output circuit, current is delta IC whole square by RL. And input circuit, current is IB, delta IB whole square by RI. But delta IC by IB is beta. Therefore, AP is equal to beta square into RL by RI. Here beta square means beta into beta. This is RL by RI. This beta into RL by RI, that is nothing but AV. Therefore, power gain is equal to beta into AV. So here are three formulas. Power gain delta IC by delta IB whole square into RL by RI. Or power gain is equal to beta square by RL by RI. Or power gain is equal to beta into AB. This is for common emitter configuration. But whereas common base configuration, current gain alpha is equal to IC by IE for DC. And alpha is equal to delta IC by delta I, this is AC. And voltage gain alpha into RL by RI. And power gain alpha square by RL by RI. Or AP is equal to alpha into voltage gain. This is about different gains, current gain, voltage gain, power gain. Current gain is due to current amplifier, voltage gain is due to voltage amplifier, power gain is due to power amplifier. This is about transistor act as a amplifier. Next one, transistor act as a switch. Here transistor act as a switch. This is the transistor circuit, and this also transistor circuit act as a switch. This is nothing but closed switch, open switch. Here principle is when VBB is equal to 0, this is switch in off state. When VBB does not equal to 0, switch is in on state. When VBB 0 means IB also 0 in this off state, IB 0 off state. VBB does not equal to 0, IB does not equal to 0, here is a current IB is there, this is nothing but closed switch. See here, there are three stages of transistor. So here input voltage, we are already seen this one, VB is equal to VBB minus IBRB, output voltage VCC minus ICRC, and this is another relation, IC is equal to beta into IB. Here case 1, if V input is equal to 0, means VBB 0, input potential 0, therefore input current also 0. IC is equal to beta into IB, IB 0, therefore IC also 0. Therefore, output potential. See here, output potential is this one, VCC is minus ICRC. IC 0 means initially we are subtracting something. Now IC 0, there is no subtraction. Therefore, VCC becomes output potential becomes maximum, that output potential is VCC. See, this is case 1. Therefore, input potential 0, input current 0, output current also 0, but output potential is maximum. This is the state of switch in off state. Next, case 2, as input potential increases, input current also increases, output current IC is equal to beta into IB, therefore this is the large increase in current, but potential output potential decreases. Why? Because large quantity is decreasing from VCC, therefore output potential decreases. Case 3, if V input increases up to a maximum value, IB also increase up to a maximum value, IC also increase up to a maximum value. In that case, this maximum decrement, therefore output potential is minimum. In this case, output potential minimum, this is on state. See here, if you draw the graph between input potential and output potential, when input potential is 0, input potential is 0, output potential is maximum. This is the maximum value. As the input potential increases, this becomes constant up to particular value. After that, as it increases and decreases like this and reaches to a minimum value, output potential reaches to a minimum value. In this graph, there are 3 regions. This region is known as cutoff region, and this region is known as active region, and this region is known as saturation region. See here, switch works in cutoff and saturation region. Cutoff and saturation region, switch works. In cutoff region, off state. Saturation region, on state. Amplifier works on active region. This active region, amplifier. For better switching operations, the thickness of active region as thin as possible. See, this thickness is very less, therefore switch act as a better switching. This active region width is very less. For better amplifier, the thickness of active region is as long as possible. If this thickness is large, here better amplification. Here thickness is less, this is better switching. This is about transistor act as a switch. Before this one, transistor act as a amplifier. This is about transistors, different types of transistors, PNP and NPN transistor, working of transistors and configurations, common base, common emitter, common collector, and here input characteristics of and output characteristics in common emitter configuration. Common base configuration is not much that important. Emitter configuration is important, input and output characteristics. Another one, transistor act as an amplifier and transistor act as a switch. Thank you.